Friday, everybody. It's All In with CSN live here from the CSN studios, about a mile away from Death Valley as the crow flies over my shoulder here. In the studio here, hanging out with Jake, my husky, at my feet here, and Simon, my little American Eskimo. He's about 4 feet away. We're just waiting on Dad to finish up so we can go in there and watch some college football, snack on some stuff. They want some treats, of course. I think Jake's got his eyes on my sub I got here on the desktop here. It's Firehouse Friday. We're brought to you by Ingalls, as always. Benson Ford, Oakway Tractor, JW Martin Real Estate. But today is Firehouse Friday. It's the first time ever. Elliot and the guys at Firehouse Subs of the Upstate, the 11 locations throughout the Upstate, they are sponsoring, and then they sent me over a little something for me to chomp down and give you guys a taste test on. I'll break that out here in a little bit, but my husky Jake has got eyeballs all over this. He's like sniffing it out. But lot going on, guys. I'm pretty sure if you've kept up with our feeds all week, the portal's been just blistering. Clemson is up to 8 commits in the portal right now. We're going to go over all those. We're going to talk about Brad Brown now and that basketball team and how they looked against SMU the other night. Really impressive win. The way they held a really high-scoring and fast-tempo team like SMU to what they did and kind of brought them down to play their game. And you're seeing that team become more cohesive. He's got 2 and 3 levels of lineup now. He's able to interchange things. Some guys are really starting to come around. Chase Thompson really looked good on Wednesday, the freshman from Minnesota. Lot going on, like I said. All In with CSN here again, right here, brought to you by the guys over at Ingalls. Again, 8 straight years Ingalls has been with us, our title sponsor. We can't tell you how much we love those guys. Low prices, love the savings, love Ingalls. You say hey to Miss Melissa Level and Miss Ruby Downs, the marketing team over there. They're out here all over the place. You'll see them everywhere doing things. And again, we'll say something about Benson Ford and the guys over there, Mr. Crow. And then there's Andy and the folks at Oakway Tractor, and my buddy, my brother, Joey Martin at JW Martin Real Estate. So, again, had to mention those folks because without them, this isn't possible. And there's the other 50-plus sponsors that we have at Clemson Sports News. You can go to clemsonsportsnews.com, our associated social media, and you'll see their ads and their posts spread all over the place. We have a thing called social sharing, where we share posts, and anybody we do business with will share their social media in our feed, which gets pretty big. Like, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, we had over 400,000 people on the Clemson Sports News Facebook feed alone. We were at like 7 million so far in the last 28 days. So pretty good. Having a real good start to the year. A lot of business stuff to talk about. I mean, we've got 8 big time, well, not big time, but 8 for us, big time, because we're not used to it. Portal commits. The portal was busy this week. They didn't play around. Dabo gave Tom Allen the keys to the car, and he took that thing for a spin, brother. Tom Allen wasn't playing around this week. He went out there and found 8 guys to fill holes. You lost 7 in the portal. That was offense and defense. But they picked up 8 prospects, all on the defensive side of the ball. You met some needs at defensive end, defensive tackle. You definitely met your needs in the defensive backfield with the cornerbacks and safeties. You actually upgraded. I think you upgraded what you have now in talent as far as in the safeties, especially in the safeties. We'll get to these guys. I'm going to break them down one by one. But defensive end, I think you brought in a piece that's just as good as what you got on the field right now. He just hasn't had a chance to shine. He's a young guy. I watched some film on him, and he plays with an edge. Let's see. Linebacker, you really upgraded. The kid from Cal, he's the defensive rookie of the year in the ACC. He's a freak. And you put him next to Sammy Brown, I would not want to be running up the A-gap with those guys there. It looks like 2 Luke Kechleys sitting there, and I'm not kidding. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of 2 guys like Luke Kuechly, whatever you call him. The cat used to play at Boston College and play for the Panthers. Kuechly. That dude. It looks like 2 of those guys sitting there waiting on you. Scary business, We're waiting on some offensive stuff to happen. What's going on with that? Today we had an offensive tackle come in from Eastern Carolina. Came in to visit the Tigers, and he shows up and consequently turns around and commits to South Carolina right after his visit to Clemson today. So I was getting news he was on campus. I reported that he was on campus. I never said anything about what was going on with him. I just knew there was something was imminent. And he turned right around and committed to South Carolina. So the Tigers got themselves. They got quite a few guys coming in this weekend. I'm going to filter that stuff out later on. Today we're here to talk about the portal's gets so far. But let's return back to basketball and talk a little bit more about that. The win the other night, impressive. The way they attacked that team was going after their star talent, Boopy. I can't remember his last name. The kid was, he averages like 21 points a game. Shoots like 93% from the free throw line. He's like amazing. The guy, and he's nonstop. The dude plays the whole game. He literally sat like for 5 minutes the whole game. He was everywhere. Boopy Miller, I think that was his name. The dude was bad. He was awesome. But he didn't start getting his stroke till second half. I think he was like 11 for 11 on free throws. That was the one thing. The bad thing about it was they kept putting him on the line. Those guys shot like 30 free throws. So, with all that said, it was a really good basketball game to watch. Enjoyed it. It was, Tigers kind of kept them at bay the whole time. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 6, 5, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9 point leads. It kept going like that. They would bring it down to 5 or 4, and then Tigers would creep it back up to 9. And it got fun at the end to watch it. But yeah. Great win. Absolutely a great win for the Tigers. It's a quad 1 win. They were top 25 at the time. Tigers are going to creep up in that top 25 next week, I think. So look for that. Now, let's talk about Sean Poppy and his bunch. The ladies took out NC State last night by 10 points over here in Little John. And guys, Tigers haven't beat NC State in ladies basketball in 15 years. That kind of surprised me, but that's the truth. And now it's been done. That's their third win in a row in the ACC. Man, they're netting at like 39th in the country. Okay, in other words, they're netting right now inside the ladies tournament. You're looking at a possible tournament team we got here with Sean Poppy, and that's in year 2. Okay, and he almost like a blood transfusion what he did with his roster this year. It was a complete turnover this year. He came in last year, he had to use what was here. Then this year, he got a chance to try to flip it around, brought a bunch of people in, took a lot of chances on the transfer portal, and man, he made them pay off. Kudos to what Sean Poppy's doing. Basketball is solid. We're turning into a basketball school somehow. Now, we're not top 10, we're not top 15, I don't think we're top 20. I think we're a fringe top 25 basketball team in ladies basketball. In men's, I think we're a top 15 basketball team when it's all said and done this year. We'll see. ACC play is going to be rough this year. A lot of good teams in the league, a lot of good basketball to be played yet. But right now, Clemson sits atop. They're number 1 in the ACC, right next to Duke, 3-0. I think Duke's 14-1. We're 13-3. So there's your basketball stuff. Stay tuned tomorrow. Watch basketball tomorrow. Tigers are at Notre Dame tomorrow. I think it's like a 6 p.m. tip or something like that. So watch for that one. That's going to be some fun. That's tomorrow night. Tigers and Notre Dame inside South Bend at Notre Dame, and that'll be tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Excuse me. But basketball, I'm just absolutely enthralled. Happy. I couldn't tell you. I never expected women's basketball to turn around as fast as it did. Even though I knew Sean Poppy was a very capable coach to do such a thing. But man, oh man, it's just fun. It's fun to watch. It truly is. So good, guys. Got that out of the way. Let's talk a little bit about these portal commits, man. Any questions, you guys shoot them to me out here, okay? Shoot me questions. Let me know what you think. Hit me up, and I'll try to answer them right here on our thread we got going here. And you guys can let me know what you think. I'll be honest with you. Going from a team that, everybody was, that was the big thing. Everybody wanted to harp on Dabo. Dabo doesn't use the portal. He's not, he's not with the times. He's falling behind. He's not the guy. Well, he went from not using the portal to absolutely whipping it. Because, 8 commits in a span of like 7 days. And a couple of these came in 2 at a time. And in some positions they weren't scared to go out there and go get. If you go back, I've been posting rosters and also who were visiting, who's coming, who's been by and who's already visited, and where they, people where they've committed here or there or wherever. In these graphs I've been finding, I think he's an ex-player, an ex-walk-on, William Cockrell on X has been posting a lot of these, and I've been using those over there on our Facebook page. It's pretty cool. Check those out. It can kind of get you caught up to speed on where we're at with all this. It's got star ratings. But let me tell you something, guys. Those star ratings don't matter right now. They really don't, because no one's rating stars on guys that are playing in the college now. So those star ratings go back to high school. There's no telling what these guys are doing now. So ignore that star rating stuff that you might see on there. That's just that's just industry stuff for those recruitniks, like I used to be back in the day when I worked for all those services. But so it's really what do I think the QB situation was? Right now, I think your quarterback situation looks like Christopher Vezina. It looks like Christopher Vezina and Chris Denson and Tate Reynolds are going to go to camp, and we'll see who steps up. Mr. Bass, again, we've only saw them in small sample sizes. In certain situations, the quarterback position is one where you have to get in rhythm. We saw him the one time this year against SMU. He was kind of slow in the first half getting things rolling, but man, by the second half, that kid was dialing up some nice little throws and was recognizing some stuff. You know what he did that I liked that he did that I didn't see from K. Klubnik was Vezina. If you go back and watch the Furman game, there's a couple seam balls, passes down to the seams, to tight ends and stuff like that. Those chips seem to kind of went away when K. Klubnik was playing quarterback for Clemson. I'm not kidding. It just seemed like those just went away, like they didn't exist anymore. So it's good to see that. He has a nice touch on his deep balls. You can see that one ball he throws to TJ Moore in that game, the big long touchdown pass. He lays it out there, put some air under it, so you can go out there and find it. That's what you want a quarterback to do with a deep ball. You don't want to cut. You always, the perfect deep ball is going to hit you right in the hands over the shoulders, But that's not the plan. The plan is always just put enough air in it where the guy can run underneath it and find the catch radius to get to it. So he does that very well. I tell you something else I think would be kind of cool. You remember when Taj Boyd was the quarterback for Clemson and we had Chad Morris as an offensive coordinator? What do we do all the time? We ran this thing called the quarterback power. And that's you take the ball and you kind of hitch it like you're going to throw it, but you just take off running up the A gap right behind a guard pulling. Okay? That's called the quarterback power, and Taj Boyd made a living doing it because he was of size. He could take the hits. He was 230 pounds, 6 foot, 230 pounds. That's the kind of running quarterback Vezina could be. Vezina could be a power kind of, quarterback power kind of guy. I don't see him running that read option around, the zone option around the end very much because he's just not that fast. But he could be that dude. And that dude, when he worked with Taj Boyd and had that guy made some things happen, be honest with you. Think about it. So that's a good thing to think about on the quarterback situation. You got me completely off. Cool. I love it, Rob. Any more questions, kick them out, guys. Seriously. Go read the article. Open up the article. It's a transfer portal synopsis article I put up today. It's on Clemson Sports News. I've got all 8 of the players listed, a little breakdown of each one for each of you guys to read. And you guys can ask me questions about each of these guys. I'll tell you, there are 3 guys that intrigue me the most. I think the most intriguing of the 3 is Lucelli, if I got that right, the linebacker out of Cal. That cat is a bad man, okay? Number 2 is going to be Corey Myrick, okay? Now, right before Myrick committed, I had a friend of mine who used to be on the staff, used to play on the team. He lives here in the state, texted me. He's been on the staff for a while in the past. He's not on staff right now, but we're still connected. We're still buds. And he's got a lot of ties. He told me, watch out for Myrick. He said he just kind of sent me a little hint, a wink. So I kind of knew the Myrick thing was going to happen before it did. I just don't want to. I'm not going to rain on my guy's parade or on his parade or get. I'm not out here trying to get, I'm not trying to bust any news. I'm not trying to get I'm not trying to break any news, anything like that. I'm not that guy. But I tell you, it's my buddy Joey just hit me up. He said I forgot about the live stream. He was supposed to come sit in the studio with me tonight. It's okay, buddy. I'll talk to you next week. Well, it's anytime, man. Anytime, brother. We're just right here up the road. You know that. You guys, then Jake is just staring at this dang sandwich, y'all. Y'all got to see it. All right, let's do this. I tell you what. Before we move on, let's do this. Get this out of the way. Mr. Elliott down there at the new Firehouse Subs in Clemson on Tiger Boulevard. like I said, they own all 11 locations: Seneca, Clemson, Anderson, Pickens. I mean, easily Greenville. He owns all the Firehouse Subs around here, right? So today we're starting a thing called Firehouse Fridays. Okay, we already do the Stoner's Joint pizza one on Mondays. This is the Firehouse Friday. They sent over their classic, their standard, the absolute beast of a sandwich. Check this thing out, okay? This is the Firehouse Hook and Ladder. Look at that. That's the Hook and Ladder. That's all turkey, ham, Colby Jack cheese, lettuce, tomato. Okay, now watch this. Oh, I'm gonna take a bite. My husky, my buddy, you guys see Jake over here. He's absolutely good. Look, going nuts looking at me. Oh my God. I'm sorry, folks. And I apologize for eating on the air, but it's my job. Man. Thank you, Lord. Man, you got to get down to Firehouse Subs, folks. There's a good reason why. I just tasted it. Wow. Amazing. Believe it or not, it's my very first one. I've never had a hook and ladder. There you go. Wow. Woo, aftertaste. Woo, baby. Really good. So check them out. That's the Firehouse Subs, Firehouse Friday here. But getting back to these guys, okay? I see you, Mr. Terry. Love those Tigers too, man. Go Tigers. Guys, throw those questions out. Get on the Facebook feed, on the chat here, and throw the questions out. Ask us what you want to know. I'll throw it out there about these commits. Now, let's go back to what I was talking about. My favorite guys, the linebacker out of California, Luke, the Myrick kid, and definitely this kid out of Colorado, the defensive end, London, I'm going to think of his name, Merritt. That guy, oh my Lord. Woo! I posted a video of it was a high school skills camp, okay? I used to attend these all the time, Under Armour, Nike, all that stuff. They do them all over the place. I don't know where they're at. He's going up against this big giant tackle, obviously, you know, a high school kid, but man, he just bull rushes him and just, I mean, literally takes his hands and just abuses his kid, and kind of, you know, and was emphatic about it. You know, pretty cool stuff. Now that he's gotten to Colorado, he bulked up, had a great freshman year. I think he was a freshman All-American from PFF, Pro Football Focus. I like some of their stuff, and then some of it I have questions about. But they had him as freshman All-American this year. But let's get down to it. Let's go ahead. The article, I mean, I put it out. It's called The Transfer Portal Haul, 8 key additions to bolster the defense. And number 1 was Elliott Washington from the cornerback from Penn State. First domino fell on January 5th when Elliott Washington committed to Clemson after entering the portal from Penn State. He's a 6-foot, 195-pound defensive back. Washington brings familiarity with Tom Allen, who coached him at Penn State, and during their run through the college football playoff in the recent years. In 2025, he recorded 18 tackles, an interception, and 4 pass deflections across 12 games. And, man, I tell you, adds speed, physicality, and that's what you need when you lose the guys we've lost this year. And you got Avion Terrell heading for the NFL, and you've had a couple transfer portal guys go out, and the likes of 7 and 6. We won't know their names anymore. We'll just leave it like that. And those guys are gone. So next you got Luke Farrelly, linebacker out of Cal. He I think on the 6th, it was his day of, he committed on January 6th. Farrelly, a standout linebacker from Cal who earned the ACC Rookie of the Year honors this year, 2025. 87 tackles, 5 for loss, 6'2", 225-pound, former 3-star recruit, you know. Fills a void at linebacker where Wade Woodaz would be. This guy's going to fill right in. He's a big dude, 6'2", 225, and he runs like a missile and hits like a tank. This guy is Sammy Brown's twin. I'm not kidding. I got to go back and watch him in coverage, okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, he's Sammy Brown's twin. These guys are going to, like I said, it's like having 2 Luke Kekleys, and you got to go up the A-gap and hit those. Somebody's going to get hurt this year. Those two are going to be dangerous. I would not want to go near them. Now, here's the problem. They're both very susceptible to getting burned on pass plays because they just want to kill everything. They just want to kill everything. These two want to kill everything. You know how Sammy is. So that's why you had to have a guy like Wade Woodaz on the outside linebacker that can go out there and cover in the flats and stuff, because Sammy can do it. He's got the speed, but he doesn't want to turn his hips and go. He wants to go forward. So that's the one thing I worry about there. Jerome Carter, number 3, safety, Old Dominion. This guy is also a bad man, okay? He committed on the 6 as well. He arrives from there as a ball hawking. He's a ball hawking safety, 6'2", 195-pounder. He tied for the second in college football with 6 interceptions. You know, I mean, that's impressive. We lost a guy that had 6 interceptions, and this guy has 6 interceptions, okay? So there you go. You're replacing the same kind of productivity, probably with a better football player, because number 6 that just left that had the 6 interceptions, that young man had a hard time tackling, and that young man had a hard time in coverage. How he got those 6 interceptions is beyond me. But Carter added 76 tackles, 2.5 for loss. He had a 75.8 highlights grade in his coverage skills from PFF. A great addition to the safety room. And then here we go. Cornerback Donovan Starr out of Auburn also plays on the 6th. Saw limited action. He saw 9 games, mostly on special teams. He was ranked number 25 quarterback in the portal. 6 foot 190 pounder. Former 4-star recruit from Tennessee. He's number 3 in the class of 2025 for the state of Tennessee. Untapped potential, speed, and coverage abilities. I mean, Clemson was on this guy last year, lost him to Auburn. He went to Auburn and didn't really contribute this year. He can grow into something really big. So you pretty much picked up one here that you would have gotten in the recruiting game if you'd played it right a couple years ago. But yeah, a great piece. Now here's my guy, Corey Myrick. Now, we were all looking at Lyric Rawls, the guy from Kansas, who ended up committing, I think it was to Arizona State. Now, that guy was my guy. That guy was a headhunter. He reminded me of Ronnie Lott from back in the 80s, you know, the guy that used to play for Southern Cal and the Niners, who would just crush you. That's Lyric Rawls. He's going to play for Arizona State. This dude, though, Corey Myrick, go back and watch the New Orleans Bowl. It's, I think it's I can't believe who they're playing. I think it might be playing Louisiana. I think that's who they're playing, or somebody like that. But Myrick, oh my God, man, the plays he made in that game. He had a pick 6, and then he had this one where he just runs the running back down from behind from like 40 yards out and just swats the ball loose. Man, this dude's a ball hawking freak. This dude is somebody. He went to Marshall first. He came over, I think he transferred over to Southern Miss with the whole coaching staff and all those players. If you remember when Southern Miss's coach came over from Marshall, he brought over half of the football team in Marshall with him at the same time. He came over on that bunch. But man, this dude addresses needs on the versatile back end defenders right now. And he's got 2 years left. He can rotate immediately and help elevate the secondary in immediate fashion. Number 6, another one I really like. This kid's unknown because he's coming from a small D2 school, West Georgia. Defensive tackle Courtney Kelly. Man, this cat looks like $1 million. He's 6'3", 281 pounds. He had 313 snaps in 2025. He had a 72.6 PFF grade, 10 tackles, fumble recovery. Ranked number 94 among the defensive linemen. But that's something hard for me to figure out, because again, this kid comes from another level. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. We'll see. Next one, another D tackle out of Oklahoma via our buddy up there, Brent Venables, Brent Venables into the gang. I'm pretty sure that half the Clemson guys that are up there know who this guy is. Marcus Strong, defensive tackle. He joined the fray on January 7th. Transferring from Oklahoma, he notched 11 tackles and 1 sack in 11 games. 6'3", 305-pounder interior disruptor. I think he's known as, last year I think his play of the year was he had a safety against the Gamecocks at Columbia in South Carolina late in the game. That was his big highlight of the year. Lots of potential here. Reminds me a lot of Deshaun Williams. You guys remember him? That's what he reminds me of. Reminds me of a Deshaun Williams kind of guy. I think an ex-Daniel defensive tackle that played at Clemson for a few years. Exactly who this guy reminds me of. And very much can contribute and help in a depth role, I think. There you go. I think you got a great guy there. And number 8, the last one we talked about, London Merritt, the edge rusher out of Colorado. Most recent addition, he committed on the 8th just yesterday. Merritt is from Colorado, a 6'3", 250-pound edge rusher. Posted 25 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, a sack, 12 games this year. Former 4-star recruit. He was number 36 in the portal. Merritt's athleticism and pass rush skills fill a glaring need at the edge, man. Where Clemson aims to improve sack production, 3 years of eligibility left. He could emerge as a starter, man. He could. This guy is something else. But, in total, these 8 commits, 4 in the secondary, 2 defensive tackles, 1 linebacker, 1 edge rusher, represent a targeted rebuild. True. Clemson's prioritized defense after allowing over 24 points a game this year. I mean, you had to. You had to. Believe me, it was better than it was last year, but it still was controlled insanity because you had guys that just seemed like weren't trying. And we'll go back to number 7. What was his name? Khalil Barnes. That cat was in and out all year. There was a couple of them that were checking in and out all year. I watched it. You had to get people in here. You need a lot of those number 13s like Mr. Will Helt. That dude, you need people to play like him on every play. Like your hair is on fire. You get a bunch of Will Helts and Sammy Browns on that field, and I think you just did. I think you got that in Myrick and Farrelly. I think those 2 guys are going to be like just that. Myrick and Farrelly, they do play like their head is on fire. So you just added 2 more of those kind of cats to your defense. That's good, So let's see if we get any more questions. I don't see any more. So guys, listen, it's about time for that college football playoff game to go off here. I don't know who you guys have got. Let me see here. I'm going to go with Indiana, man. I really am. By the way, if you didn't know, E.J. Williams, ex-Tiger, is on that starting lineup on offense. He's one of the wideouts. Kid out of Alabama, came here, played for a couple years, and then transferred out. But so that's one guy that Clemson tied in that game. But yeah, I think I'll go with Indiana. There'll be, I think, an Indiana-Miami national championship in a couple weeks. But that's what I see. But you guys tell me. He was lost a lot of games, number 7. Yes, he was, Mr. Tolbert. He wasn't just lost. He was on he's in another zip code counting dollar bills, wondering what he was going to be doing next year. And now he's going to be doing it at Georgia. Yeah. AJ plays a little bit. Yeah, he does. He gets a few snaps. He's actually pretty good, pretty consistent out there. I think you have to go back and look. I think he's got quite a few receptions this year. But hey, so look, you guys enjoy yourselves. Go get yourself some Firehouse. Go get you a Firehouse sub. Jake, my husky, just about jumped off his side right here. He thought I was going to give him some of this. He might get a little bit here later. We'll see. All right, man. So you guys enjoy yourselves. Have a great weekend, man. It's raining over here in Tiger Town right now, pouring. Y'all stay dry, stay warm. We'll be updating that transfer portal information as it comes in over the weekend. I think, here's the deal. I'll say this right now. The offensive staff was out recruiting, doing visits at high schools all week. So it made sense that the defense was entertaining guys this week. And what I think the plan is, I don't know if they've got it arranged like this, because I don't know if the portal, if you can do it like this, kind of like recruiting and stacking it. But maybe the offensive guys are all lining up to come in now that the offensive staff's now back home off the road. I don't know. We'll see. But keep reaching out to us through our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We will update all of the information as we get it. It's been a busy day here, busy week. We're going to keep you updated. We'll see you again on Monday. Until then, go Tigers.